Chicago rapper by the name of Lil Durk has been apprehended by the U.S. Marshals in connection of a murder for hire of Quando Rondo's friend in Los Angeles. This comes a week later after his affiliate was arrested for the murder. Now, there's a lot of things that I'm going to say. First thing I'm going to say is it is clear to see that the homie that was apprehended was telling. That is number one. Number two, Durk, you know, when you are a young black man with all this money, all this royalty, and people's watching you and studying you, and children want to be like you know that these people are looking for a reason to apprehend you. And shout out to Mama Duck, because she also said that this was going to happen and that you allegedly are connected to the murder of her son, FBG Duck. Now, a message that I have for you young boys: there's only two ways this street life goes. Is either you're going to be dead or you're going to be in jail. There has not been a single person on the face of this earth that beat the streets. Every so-called real nigga that you think is real end up losing either in the streets or in jail under the sheets. There's no ways around it. The streets is 1,000-0. I did a whole podcast speaking of this undefeated person, thing, object, place called the streets. Nobody has beaten the streets. The biggest tough guy you grew up idolizing, watching, whether it's on TV, whether it's in real life, has never beaten the streets. 16-year-old CJ Rilla out in New York was gunned down because he was playing the streets. 16. These things are happening all over the United States of America because we have this playing the streets. Like, I'm not an in the street rapper. I'm in the street rapper. I'm from the streets. I am the streets. But the streets is undefeated. Why would you want to be a part of something that's undefeated? Lil Durk, I hope your money's long enough to have the highest paid lawyers. Because when the U.S. Marshals snatch you up, they sending you straight to the feds. And when the feds got their hands on you, they are going to destroy you. You guys are witnessing the end of the OTF empire. It's over for that. You're going to see a lot of incarceration. You're seeing it with the YSL. You're seeing it with the FBG Duck. You're seeing it with the Lil Durk. You're seeing it everywhere. Here in New York, there's an indictment going on the EBGs, the EBKs over here. Everybody's getting snatched up. Now, what I can tell you is, leave the streets alone. Be a civilian. Go back to the real fight, and that's the fight for black liberation, black freedom. Go back into protecting and being there for your children. Put down the drugs. Put down the alcohol. Put down the guns. Put down all the nonsense that was handed to you by the enemy, deliberately designed for you to be your very own demise. Wake up. The only war that's going on outside should be us against them. I should never have to look at my brother and see my brother as an enemy or an op. The only op, the OPP, should always be not the opposition. That's not the war. It's the oppressor. That's the war. That's the fight. Stand up. Unite. Unite. A people divided would never stand. And you see why black people can't stand? It's because we can't stand each other. You have to kill this wannabe, this tough guy. I gotta be a real nigga. I'm a shooter. I'll spin the block. Pop, pop. Stop. Because when you don't spin the block against the cop that put their hands on your woman, put their hands on your child, put their hands on your mother, your grandmother. You never spin the block for them. So why are you spinning the block for me? Why are you spinning the block for those that look like you? Who told you that that was okay? Who told you? We got a lot of work to do, people. My condolences to all the fallen soldiers. My condolences will be for Lil Durk, because listen, man, if this what Mama Duck says what it is, your career is done. I hope you put money away for these children. I hope you put money away for these children. Because it's officially over. Listen to the OGs when the OGs tell you that the streets is undefeated. And why box with something that you know you can't beat? Stand with something that you know is at reach, and that's liberation, not separation. Spiritual edification, the uprise of a people. Like I said before, the rise will never be televised, but I was authorized to tell you guys. This is another episode of the Hood News. You know who came to give you the hood point of view, man. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. You understand? And I'ma holler at you guys. One.